Hi everyone, my name is Talia and welcome to my channel. The Chipotle Copycat recipe that I'm sharing today is packed with flavor, saved me 270 calories, and double protein, doesn't cost extra. If you love Chipotle like me, but want to save money and a few calories, then this recipe is for you. It's also a great meal prep option that's easily customizable. If you want to try it out, be sure to keep watching and download the link in my bio for the full recipe, grocery list, and calorie breakdown. So the first thing that we're going to do is marinate our chicken. So we are going to start with 4 to 5 boneless chicken thighs and 1/4 cup of olive oil. And then we're going to go ahead and add our seasonings. I popped up on the screen the measurements and each seasoning that I use. However, I also have a free downloadable in my bio that will have each recipe listed where you can get the specifics so you don't have to worry about writing anything down. The only thing that I want to call out here is that I recommend you use this brand for the Chipotle peppers and adobo sauce that I popped up on the screen. It was recommended in almost every single video I watched when I was doing research on how to make Chipotle Copycat burrito bowls. Once you have all the seasonings, you're going to mix them together and then transfer the chicken thighs to a Ziploc bag. Be sure to take any excess seasoning from the bowl and put it in that Ziploc as well. And then once you are ready, you are going to close the Ziploc bag and just press the seasonings into the chicken for more flavor and let it marinate for an hour. Next is the cilantro lime rice. I definitely recommend that whatever brand of rice you choose, you follow the instructions on the packaging. I personally use Minute for this recipe. I really like Minute because it's super easy to use. You just add a dash of salt, bring your water to a boil, add the rice, and then you stir. Cover the rice and then remove it from the heat and let it absorb the water for 5 minutes. And while that's happening, I chopped up my 1/4 cup of fresh cilantro. Then once the rice was ready, I added it to the pot with butter and a fresh lime. Next is the Pico de Gallo, which is pretty self-explanatory. You are just going to add all of the ingredients to a bowl and stir. But once you're done, definitely recommend you put this in the fridge so that the flavors can set in. But voila, you have Pico de Gallo. The corn salsa recipe is also pretty simple as well. You're just going to add all of the ingredients to the bowl and stir. Only thing to call out here is that I use frozen corn, so instead of using a fresh lime and a fresh lemon, I just use the lemon and lime squeezes. And I did use sweet white corn because that is what Chipotle uses. However, you can use sweet yellow corn if you are unable to find it, and you can also use fresh corn or corn in a can. Our last topping for our burrito bowl is the fajita veggies. Feel free to use 2 to 3 bell peppers and choose the color that you prefer. I personally really like the red and green, but couldn't really find any good red or green one, so I got this tri-color pack. Make sure you remove the seed from the bell pepper. As you are cutting your bell peppers, make sure they are in long and thin slices for these fajita veggies. If you'd like to save time for this step, then I recommend that you buy bell peppers that have already been sliced. You can find this in your local grocery store in the fresh produce section. Oftentimes they will already have fajita veggies pre-packaged and ready to go for you. Whenever you are done with your bell peppers, the next thing that we're going to do is heat up a tablespoon of oil on medium heat in a large pot, and you're going to add your bell peppers along with your sliced white onions, and I buy these pre-packaged as well. And then you're going to season it with the seasonings that I have on the screen and saute your peppers for 5 to 7 minutes. Now that we've let our chicken marinate for a little bit, it is time to cook it. I recommend that you cook the chicken thighs for 5 to 6 minutes on each side at least. However, I personally really like crispy chicken, so I typically will cook it a little bit longer. So feel free to adapt the time of how long you cook the chicken based on your preferred crispiness. The last thing that we have is our guacamole, and if you choose to add guacamole to your burrito bowl, then I recommend that you make this right before plating, since guacamole can brown rather quickly and we want to make sure it stays fresh. To find a ripe avocado, when you squeeze gently, it should yield to pressure without feeling super mushy. This is the final result of the chicken, crispy and juicy, just how I like it. You can see the juices on the cutting board. But once you have allowed the chicken to rest and cool down for a few minutes, you are going to dice the chicken. You should only really need to wait 5 minutes before it is ready to be diced into the cubes for our burrito bowls. Lastly, we have the fun part, which is plating time. For my base, I've obviously used rice and black beans. However, if you're looking for other alternatives, you can use romaine lettuce, brown rice, or cauliflower rice. That is my favorite part about this burrito bowl, is the fact that it's super customizable and you can make it your own. Whatever things you don't want to include, you don't have to, and whatever things you want to add, you can add. Y'all, the final result was so yummy. This was so flavorful. It was so fresh, and I was really proud of myself for making this whole meal from scratch. I definitely recommend that you try this out, and if you do, leave a comment down below letting me know how you liked it. This year, it is a big goal of mine just to get in the kitchen more and cook, and I'm super excited to make more of my favorites that I typically eat out at home. Don't forget to check out the link in my bio with the full recipe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!